awesome. So I'm just going to jump right into this. I have, for the past, I don't know how many weeks, I've had every intention of doing a getting to know me video, getting to know me tag, and that has not happened. But here we are today. Okay. So what I've done, I honestly don't know how many questions I have in here, but I literally looked online just to see, like, okay, what are some of the most common questions people answer during their tag? And so I've just jumbled them up. I used my pencil holder from work to put them in. So here we are. So I'm really just gonna, that did nothing. So I'm really just gonna pick them out. How many ever I get through, that is gonna be awesome. The goal is for it to be that I get a lot of them answered like super quickly, but we'll see, because y'all know I'm long-winded. So let's go. Oh, see, messing up already. My goodness. Biggest, okay, we just start with the big stuff first. So what's the biggest struggle you've overcome? I think I'm currently overcoming self-sabotage. That has been one of the largest struggles of life. You understand? Life. But I definitely know that is something I'm actively overcoming. It is day in and day out, making sure that I'm making decisions that are best for me, versus removing myself from the table. So learning that I'm worthy, and that you know, that I deserve like what's good. So just overcoming self-sabotage is what I'm currently working on. How would you describe your fashion sense? Honey, if I like it, I wear it. If I like it, I wear it. I put it on and I go. Some of the, like, literally some of the best, like, compliments I've received on, like, attire has been from rushed mornings of not wanting to iron and coming up with whatever I come up with. So I think I just have my own individual flair, because it's not over the top, it's not complex, it's just truly a reflection of who I am. So some days it's more common, more simple. Other days I may do a lot of just mixed patterns. It really just depends on how I feel. So pet peeves. I could do a whole entire video on pet peeves alone. So loud sounds are a no-no. I hate cabinet slamming. I hate people coughing. I hate people chewing. I hate people breathing loudly. I don't like a lot of noise, like a lot of background noise. Certain things just really, like, take me there. Nosy people bother me to my core. It's like, mind your business. Mind your business. What else? I would also say people over talking me, or people over talking other people. And I know that we all do it. It's habit, it's bad habit, but I know that we all kind of get in this groove or space where we're anxious or eager to say something, but without us realizing, we've cut someone else off, and that is very rude. So that is a pet peeve of mine. And people who walk slowly is a large pet peeve. Like, speed up. I'm not saying you have to, like, zoom everywhere, but just be mindful. Be courteous. Like, there's people around you. Be considerate. Slow walkers. Would you rather... Oh, yeah, so I did a mixture of would you rather and then just straightforward questions as well. So would you rather play 10 different instruments beautifully or speak 10 different languages fluently? Both of those are... There's so much healing in both of those, because language-wise, I like for people to be understood, and if I'm able to help someone be understood, if they're in a space where no one else speaks their language, oh my gosh, that's awesome. But if I'm able, like, music is so powerful. Can I just choose both? Does it have to be either or? Can I do both and? I would, oh man. I'm gonna choose language, because there's voice involved with language. Instrument, I love the idea of being able to play different instruments beautifully, because people connect to music and there's healing in music. But language to me is just a, it's an awesome thing. It's awesome to be able to help someone else just with that. So, life goals, what are they? Ultimately, you guys, I want to travel the whole entire world, and I want to host journal writing workshops for people as an effort to help them heal. That's kind of like an elevator speech almost, but that's my life. I want to dedicate, I want to live my life in service to other people, helping them heal. I believe just to my core that is why God has me here. That's why he's keeping me here, is to really be able to help other people. So, and to help them just heal, just with emotional scarring and emotional wounds, emotional damage, like to really promote emotional recovery, emotional soundness. Like, that is such a beautiful thing to me. So that's what I want to do with my life. And in that, you know, I'll model a little bit, act a little bit, but ultimately I want to help people experience healthy emotions and healthy love and all those great grand things that people are constantly seeking. What is your most memorable or best romantic date? Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I don't know if I'm ready. So this was, do I want to date this? I don't know if I want to date this. This was about 3 years ago. Maybe a little less, a little more than 3 years ago. I'm not sure which direction I'm going in. It was March. It was not March. It was March. March is a month. March is not a year. It was 2016, I think. And I know that seems like forever ago because we're coming into 2020. But there's a guy I was dating at the time. Amazing, incredible guy, wonderful guy. And I am a conversationalist, y'all. I love dialogue. Like, I could talk all day, every day, as long as I'm talking about something that like is important, or something that like is intriguing, or if I'm learning something. Like, I love information. I love conversations. And so we were chatting one day, and I said, "Oh, so what are we talking about right now?" And he's like, "Well, I don't really have much to talk about now." I'm like, "Oh." He was tired. He had a long day. I'm like, "Oh, okay then. Nothing? You got nothing?" And he's like, "Well, I'll be, more prepared next time." So I'm like, "Okay, awesome." I didn't think any more about it, you guys. It was the last thing on my mind. And so maybe no more than like a week later, or maybe an exact week later, we went on a date. We went to, there's a local dessert bar here in Charlotte. And we go to this dessert bar, and we're chit-chatting some, and he asks the waitress to bring a bowl. I don't know what I need a bowl for. But again, hey, you want a bowl, you get your bowl. And so the waitress brings a bowl back. And y'all, what he pulls out, he pulls out this Ziploc bag, and it has questions. And it's literally like questions that he printed off and like cut into little like slivers. And he folded them and put them inside the bowl. And so throughout dinner, we had like kind of like conversation starters of different topics. And so throughout like dessert and dinner and all that stuff, we just pulled different things out. And it was an incredible way. It wasn't forceful. It was an awesome way to get to know one another. It was an awesome way to just really connect. And it showed me that he, I guess I was open and willing to meet that part of me. Like, I love dialogue. I love conversation. So that was a very interesting question. But yeah, for me, it's that was probably one of the best dates I've ever experienced, because not even that it was like just about me, because it wasn't just about me, but it showed me the intention. It showed me that, hey, I wasn't prepared this time, so to speak, but I got you now. Let's have some conversations. And so, and we learned some interesting things about each other. So, yep, that was my best date. Let's see what's next. Dogs or cats? Neither. Moving along. No, I hate cats with everything inside of me, honey, because they are just sneaky. They're so furtive. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I would choose a little dog. I'd be a teeny tiny little dog. Teeny tiny little pup. It's what I would choose if I had to choose. Would you consider living abroad? Most definitely. I would love to go to Ecuador. That's been on like my list for 1,000 years, it seems. So yes, I would totally consider living abroad. What's your go-to hairstyle? Honey, listen. Okay. As a natural black woman, hey girls, I love my natural hair being out. Quick little finger coils, 2-strand twists, something, honey, just something. I love it. But I also love a wonderful crochet style. Okay, I love throw them little braids up in there, slap this little hair up in there, and baby, we are good to go. But yes, my natural hair is what I love most. Whether it's super short, whether I let it grow out, whether I completely cut it all off, I love my natural hair most of all. Would you rather have a live-in massage therapist or a live-in chef? Now, anyone who knows me knows I want that chef. You understand? Because why not? Your girl got to eat. And if I'm not going to cook, who going to do it for me? You know? How tall are you? I am proudly, I stand proudly, 5'4.5". And yes, I want my half. You know, in other places, honey, they just go ahead and round on up. So really, I'm 5'5". I will say I photograph a lot longer than what I am. So I'm definitely only 5'4.5", but you know what I'm saying, like, I do what I need to do. My little legs seem to be longer. They're not. I don't have long legs. I'm not a tall person. But when I photograph a lot longer than I am, which is a blessing. Favorite time of day? I almost want to say lunchtime, but I think this more so means like morning or evening. I am such a night owl. You can catch me up 2-3 o'clock in the morning, honey. Just up. Sometimes being productive, sometimes just up. It just depends. But and that's been the case, I think, since childhood for me. Like, I've always just been a night owl. What is your spirit animal? You know, I am not sure what my spirit animal is. And I know it's like, well, you wrote these questions, but I thought it was an interesting question. I connect a lot with birds. So anything flying in the sky. And I think that's just more so because of the desire and the yearning I have for freedom, and the freedom that I do experience, that I live in daily. I love that birds just soar and they just live their lives. They're not concerned. They are literally the most beautiful creatures for me just to sit and watch. And even when I was traveling home to South Carolina just the other day, I felt like every part of my journey home, which is literally like little over 2 hours, I feel like I saw birds and like hawks and eagles, everything, the whole entire ride. And it's just like it's almost like they're singing a little song to you. So I don't know. I'll have to do the quiz and kind of let you guys know what my actual spirit animal is, but I definitely connect a lot to birds. What college did you attend, if any? So I attended Winthrop University down in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Go Eagles! Let's see. What are you currently watching on Netflix and Hulu? Netflix right now, honey. So it is December 27th, and You season 2 just started on Netflix. So your girl been on that. Okay, Joe, Will, whatever he wants to go by, he's crazy, and I love it. And I think I love him. Honey. Hulu, what am I watching on Hulu? I was watching Handmaid's Tale, but then like season 3 got really dry to me, so I like completely 86 that. I watch a lot of reruns of shows on Hulu. But I don't think I'm watching any Hulu originals right now. What was the last film you saw? If this is like a film I saw like at home, I watched Jacob's Ladder the other day with Michael Ealy and honey, what's Jesse's little last name? Y'all know little Jesse from Grey's Anatomy. Y'all know Jesse. And the girl, I can't remember the young lady. She might be my age, honey, or older. I can't recall her name, but yes, Jacob's Ladder. It was pretty cool. I'd watch it again, just like if, kind of like passively, I guess. The last movie I went to see like in theaters was Queen and Slim, honey. Need I say more? Oh, I'm not going to talk about that right now, y'all. I cannot talk about the Queen and Slim right now. Memorable concerts. India Arie is one of the most memorable concerts I've ever just like soaked in like in my life. Like, she's incredible. I love her. I love her soul. She and I feel are just connected in terms of just like the healing and just like the power of healing, and just the fact that people need that. People need to absorb as much healing as possible. So India Arie, and then Samoht, oh baby, listen to me. I might want to leave that alone too, and I'm gonna leave that alone, honey. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But if you all have never witnessed Samoht or India Arie in concert, please make sure you do that. Please find them. Please experience them. There's so much, like, your soul is nourished in a completely different way. It's a very spiritual experience. It's kind of spiritual and ratchet, but that's just life. Are you named after anyone? So, not really. My first name is Ashley. Nope. I'm not named after anyone in that regard. My middle name, however, is Richelle, which is where my YouTube name comes from, Ashley Richelle. So my father's name was Richard. And so from what my mother tells me, he wanted for my first name to be similar to his first name. So I think he maybe wanted Richelle to be my first name, which is cute or whatever, little Richelle. But that didn't happen. And so Richelle is where my middle, Richard is a derivative of Richelle. I'm sorry, Richelle is a derivative of Richard. So that's where my middle name comes from. It comes from my father. Okay, you guys, we're almost done. Okay, what sports have you played? I have played flag football or intramural football in college and even post-college, and then I've also played tennis. I played tennis in high school. Not gonna say I was great at either, okay, but that's not what we're talking about, okay? But yeah, I did enjoy it. I need to become more active, so I'm in the gym now, but I definitely need to become more active just sports-wise, just to have a little something extra to do. Would you rather walk funny or talk funny? Honey, I feel like I already do both. Between these little bad hips I got, and I'm kidding, I don't have bad hips. But I feel like I maybe already do both. And it's not necessarily talking funny or walking funny. I mean, I can only be who I am. But I think I'd rather, I don't know. Because I feel like if I talk funny, I got to do a lot of talking for life. So that would be a lot. But people get used to that. If I walk funny, people could probably get used to that too. But I wouldn't have to walk as much as I talk. Honey, what? I don't know. When was the last time you cried? The last time I cried, you guys, was it was probably last night. I have these moments where I do a lot of cleansing, and more often than not, there's tears associated with cleansing. And so I have these moments and these spaces that I get into where I need to really just like purge, like internally purge and internally cleanse. And so the crying wasn't on purpose, but I opened myself up to the moments. I think sometimes we try to restrict ourselves. We try to push past and let me get over these emotions. Honey, no, okay? That has not got me very far. So I'm learning to just, in my own personal space, cleanse and relax and just allow for whatever to flow. And often it can be so unexplainable. Like even while I was having my moments last night, I text two of my girlfriends. They're really like sisters. And I was like, yeah, I'm feeling very emotional. There's nothing I need. No one needs to do anything for me. No one has to take a trip to Charlotte. I just felt like sharing. And in that, it's just like, well, girl, cry on, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's really just a state of cleansing. And so I really just allowed for, I was literally watching television, you guys, and like tears were streaming. And I'm like, okay. So I sit, I pause, I connect with myself, figure out what it is that I'm feeling, and I continue to just sit in that moment, and then I move on from there. And today I'm fine. So it wasn't even that I was sad or anything of that nature, but I firmly believe that our mind, our heart, our emotions, like our body, it tells us what it needs. And so it responded to whatever it wasn't supposed to, and I cried. and that's okay. So I encourage you guys, take moments, sit with yourself, be with yourself, feel whatever you need to feel, and just release. There's so much cleansing and just and having like an emotional release. So that was the last time I cried. So we have this one, you guys, and then there's one more. So tea or coffee? I prefer tea. I am not a coffee drinker whatsoever. It's never been my thing. Never, ever, ever. Never. What's that? Never gonna get it. That's definitely not about tea or coffee. But yeah, so I'm not a coffee drinker whatsoever. I love hot tea. Of course, I love iced tea, like sweet tea, but I don't do coffee, not at all. Would you rather, this is the very last question, you guys, so hopefully this is like a wonderful one. Would you rather live in a place where it's always raining or where the sun never goes down? These would you rathers, they're tricky. I would rather be in a place where the sun never goes down because I love the sun. I love just the energy that I get from the sun. I love how it makes my skin feel. I love how it makes my skin look, honey. Come on. So I would definitely say I would love to live in a place where the sun never goes down because even when it's time to sleep, I mean, there's curtains for that. The rain, though, is very relaxing. It's very therapeutic, very chill, but I don't go out in the rain, honey. They lucky if I come to the work job in a little rain. Hey, work. I do not enjoy being out in the rain. Now, I'll have fun in the rain if I need to. I've had those moments, but I won't go to the grocery store. I'm not checking the mail. I'm barely going out to the car. And I'm skating by to get to work when it's raining. So I would rather be that the sun is out, nice little even temperature, and just, ooh. And I probably need to make that happen now. But yeah, so y'all, that is just a little about me. Hopefully that was important to you guys. If not, it was important to me, so whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a video just so that you all could learn a little more about me and to really make this more like personal. I feel like I have to just make sure that I'm connecting with people. And so that is my getting to know me tag. Make sure you guys will follow me on Instagram. That's at the letter U, LOVEARW. You can also find me at Strokes of Freedom, just like a pen stroke. So Strokes of Freedom. That is my website as well as my other Instagram handle. You can find me on Facebook under both of those as well as on Twitter. And that's it. Be sure if you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe. And of course, if there's anything we have in common, make sure you comment below. And I look forward to journeying with you guys into the year 2020. Bye.